Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. As in the previous lecture video, we have discussed that what are CSS, and we have discussed the introduction of the CSS, that how is CSS used and what does CSS stand for. And in today's lecture video, we will discuss that how to add CSS in your HTML coding or in your web pages and website. And it is very easy to learn, and it is very interesting topic today, and we are going to learn step by step that how to apply CSS to your website and style your HTML. So let's get started. Okay, so in the today's lecture we have some four main topics that we need to cover for the CSS, that how to add CSS. Okay, there are five or four main questions: that why we use CSS, three ways to use CSS, how to apply CSS, common properties, and example. So we will go for the first question, that is that why we use CSS. So basically, when or without CSS, your website looks boring, just black and white and super non-attractive. So for the attraction of the people and the professional looking, you need to add CSS to your web pages. So basically it can be like the text color, the style, the background, and much more. Like you can add a text color, like you, if the color of the text is white, so you can make pink, blue, orange as your optional. And you can add its fonts, you can add its background, you can add the page layout, you can add the borders, you can add the spacing, and also much more. So learning CSS, it's very important if you want to create a professional and an attractive website. So now we will go for the second question, that three ways to use CSS. So basically there are three ways, or there are three types to use CSS. One is the internal CSS, one is the inline CSS, and one is the external CSS. For internal CSS, like written in a style like this tag inside a heading element, inside like inside a heading element, when there comes a style, it is known as internal CSS, and it is applied to a whole web page. It is applied to a whole web page. We will give an example at the end of the lecture when we go to the VS Code. Okay. Now is the inline CSS, and inline CSS is directly added in your HTML element. Like internal CSS, it's applied to the whole web page, and the inline CSS, it is applied to the elements. Like for example, I will give this element, like I can give this element a blue color, a black color, a white color, an orange color. So this works to the inline, and when the whole web page comes, so it does the internal CSS. Okay, now is the external CSS. While writing in a separate CSS and a linked file, like a separate file which is a separate file with the name CSS file, and a linked file, and a linked file which is known as with the tag link. So there is the link file and here is the CSS file, and we'll give example in the VS Code. And you can always use external CSS for the clean and organized codings. Okay, now we will learn that how we can apply it in our web page. So first of all, you will need to copy paste the CSS file that I have given in the WhatsApp community. So here I have copy pasted the CSS file, and when you enter in the CSS file, you are given by a file and the three or five pictures. Like the first one is the external.html, second is the index.html, third is the inline.html, and the fourth one is the internal.html. Like we have now studied the external, the internal, and the inline, and now we have to do the practical work. So when you go in the solution.com, so here is the external.html solution, the internal.html solution, the inline.html solution, and the solution.html. Okay, and for the also for the style.css. So first of all, we will do for the external.html. So when we go here in the external.html, so here you can see that here is length en heading meta characterist UATF title is external link rel style dot sheet. Like if we click on here, so it contains a green, and when we click on here, it doesn't contain because it isn't a picture. And when we go in the inline, and when we click on here, so it contains the blue. So when we run it, like start debugging and choose the Chrome, so it appears like this, like style me in blue, and it contains the blue color, Okay, so we will now color it and design it by ourselves. Like in external, the difference you can see here, that after the, like here the link is not given, and here the link is given. After external there is a link. Okay, so here after external we will give, a link. So the caps lock is on, so here is the link. Okay, and after that rel is equal to, okay, it's rel is equal to style sheet. We have give to space, rel is equal to style style h3t. It contains the style sheet. I think we are missing something. Yeah, we are missing with the opening and the closing tag. Like here is now the opening tag, and when we write rel and is equal to, now it's perfect. Style style sheet. Okay, now it's perfect. And when we go to external, it's written as style sheet and herf style dot css. Now we can copy from here, like from here, copy it and paste it at simply here. So here now it's simply given, and when we control plus click on it, so it contains this CSS file. And when we go at the style.css, so it contains h1 bracket color dot green. So we'll write it here that h1, it's all ruined because of the setting of the Visual Studio. I don't know why it's messing. Okay, okay, now it's perfect. And what we have to do that h1 bracket h1 bracket, and we have to write in the color is equal to green. We have to give it a space that okay, and double click on it. Color color is equal to, here are the different colors, so we will choose, I will choose this color, blue violet color. So here now I have choose a blue violet color as you have given that up here. And when we run this code, like when we start debugging on it, so it will be like this, like request launch type chrome. Okay, it's not responding because we haven't added the internal HTML and the inline HTML. So this is the problem. Now after the external.html, we have given the external HTML. So after that we will doing the inline.html. Okay, so when we go in the inline HTML, here is the red color inline.html. After the heading inline.html, after the heading, after the body style.me, okay, I've got the point now. Like here you have to cross all this and you have to write your own style. Style style is equal to, okay, wait a minute bro, now we have to write it. Style is equal to, now we have to write this, the inline.html. The color is blue and we have to write it style me in blue. So when we write that the color is blue, blue, and then we will write that style me in blue. Okay, the color is blue. Okay, it's not responding. I don't know why. I think we are messing with, okay, we didn't mention the color, so that's why it's messing it. Okay, we'll mention the color and then we will write it here. When we write blue, okay, style.html is equal to c, okay, color, and then we will choose blue color. Here is the blue color, and after that we will write, after that we will write some important things, that is color me, color me in blue, or style mean blue, or color mean blue. So here is the, okay, here is style mean blue, so we will write style me in the blue color. That this, we write here that style me in blue color. Okay, after that, when you go in the inline, here is the apostrophe comma and the slash. Okay, we will give it a apostrophe comma and also a slash. Now we have to apply the close it tag. So now I have given the blue color, and when you run it, I think would it run it? Yes, because I haven't done till start and I haven't. Okay, it's now here, like style mean blue. I have given all the colors in blue, so that's why it's also in blue. So your task is that you have to apply the external, the internal and the inline as I have written up here. And if you are facing some problems, you can comment below and also you can see the solutions of it. So this was the today's lecture. I hope you have learned something new, and if you have learned something new, so don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel for the full web development series as we have started it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.